Hello, it's Lisa here. Just a quick revise for those of you who missed my last few videos. I had 2 shots of testosterone, had a adverse reaction, so decided to go off them for the sake of my own health and well-being. It wasn't really an option for me to stay on the testosterone, given the way my body reacted. So I've been on some other hormones to try and counteract them, which I also had a adverse reaction to. So they've taken me off them. So I'm just left as me, just getting over all the side effects now. So where I'm at is, although my body's feeling a little bit raggedy right now, all the water retention I've gained, I've decided to use as a benefit and try and refeed from my eating disorder. So that's where I'm at now, and just trying, because my appetite's still increased from the steroids. So yeah, I'm going to try and continue on with that. So what I have realised, my recent epiphany, is that I have been using starvation to, I've been using starvation as a sensory buffer, pretty much. So when I was younger, I was extremely hypersensitive to noise, to smell, to everything, emotion. I was just constantly overwhelmed by fear, by sadness, by, bright lights, by colours. Everything completely, did my head in. And then I kind of went through a period where that didn't affect me so much. And, it kind of yo-yoed up and down most of my life. But it did become very intense again in my teenage years, extremely intense. And I've only just put 2 and 2 together, that when I starve myself of nutrients or starve myself of energy, I don't feel things as intensely, which makes complete sense because I go into survival mode and I don't have as much energy to put into all my senses, so it's literally just bumping along on the ground and, keeping the body alive. So during this refeed, it's only been, a week of me allowing myself to eat a bit more than usual. It's all coming back. So I go out shopping and it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like being a goldfish in a big tank full of bubbles. Really loud bubbles that are popping around you and, popping up all the time and taking your attention, and I know it's more than that. I can smell things from miles away. I can't stand any aftershaves or deodorants or soaps or anything like that. Foods, anything slightly strong just blows my mind. People talking. I think it's what the diagnosis of my Asperger's was, but it's kind of been multiplied by a million. I'm finding it really hard to keep eye contact. I can't keep focus on things. The good thing is that my words are coming back. So I used to have a very vast vocabulary, and it kind of diminished a lot during the worst of my disorder because a lot of my brain cells kind of took a break. And just in this 1 week, I've managed to increase my vocabulary back to almost where it was before. Not quite, because my memory and my focus aren't there, but thankfully twice this week I've been referred to as a walking dictionary, which is a huge compliment for someone that thought that they'd lost all that many years ago. So that's kind of exciting. But yeah, just functioning in general, I'm finding it harder to get out of the house because my driving, I don't have the focus to drive for long periods. When I go to the shopping centre, I'll say it, I feel extremely autistic you know, my eyes are going everywhere, the lights are flashing, I can smell a million things, I can hear a million things, people wearing bright shirts, they jump out at me, my mind's going a million miles an hour, you know, counting things around me and looking for patterns in things, and it's really hard to put into words, but I have noticed that as I start putting more nutrients into my body, that has become quite extreme, to the point where I'm left questioning whether it's worth putting the excess energy and nutrition in and having to deal with all of that, or not. I mean, when I was really young, a few people did, you know, suggest very, you know, over-the-top things, like I was a genius and very eccentric and all that kind of stuff. I definitely don't think I'm a genius, but I do think I have a very, very active mind, and I was a very intelligent child, and I was actually really, really scared that I'd completely lost that side of me. You know, I feel like I've completely lost my intelligence and I'm never going to have any hope in this world, and I thought all those brain cells actually died off. And it's kind of exciting to know that they might have just been having a really long sleep, and I might be able to get some of that back, which means, you know, one day soon I might actually be able to study or do something productive with my life, which would be nice. But I'll leave it there. I just thought that that was something interesting that I'd share with you, really. Any feedback, as usual, would love to hear it. Anything you want to converse about, feel free to write back and get in touch and do whatever, and I'll be in touch soon. Alright, hope you're all well. Over and out.